Mark Urban reporting there. Well, in New York, the economist Jeffery Sachs, who's advised many countries facing default, joins us live. Now, Jeffery Sachs, good to have you this evening. The whole world seems to be calling on Europe to act. Do they essentially mean Germany by that?
Well, it's shocking, actually, how poor the European institutions are working right now. Brussels, as an aggregating group, the Commission seems to play almost no role, so everybody waits to hear what Chancellor Merkel and President Sarkozy will agree on. After they agree, and indeed after Europe agrees, for instance, the July 21st package for Greece, then it goes to individual parliaments, where every small party right now seems to throw up new obstacles, as the Finnish parliament has done. This is a mess. It's amazing, and it's very distressing.
And how much is that a problem for the world, not just the Eurozone?
The Eurozone could actually melt down. This is the second largest economic grouping in the world. And if they don't get over this kind of political paralysis, because there are the technical tools to solve these problems, but politically, they're stalemated right now. If they don't overcome this and actually carry out what the leaders agreed to on July 21, I fear that this could push Greece into an open default, create more of a financial panic, a rush from banks not only in Greece, but in other distressed economies, including Italy, could spread to France. From there, it would spread to the world economy. This is a train wreck in slow motion right now, because we've been watching for almost 2 months the attempt or ill will of actually carrying out what was already agreed. And still, till today, with the meeting of the finance ministers, they can't get over the political hurdles.
The problem with this, if you like, slow motion train wreck, is that when Timothy Geithner flies into Europe and tells Europeans what to do, they can say, well, look to your own. You know, look at the mess that America's in at the moment.
Completely right. We have our own paralysis in the United States. I think, unfortunately, President Obama lost the momentum to lead. He went for short-term solutions. His opposition, in my opinion, is going for completely wrong-headed approaches. We're stalemated in the U.S. We're stalemated in Europe. You have the whole transatlantic region suffering a crisis of political leadership. The banking sector is fragile and afraid. The financial markets are enormously volatile. This is a bad situation. That's rather obvious. You don't need a PhD in economics to point that out, but it's surprisingly bad in the sense that from the point of view of the tools we have, we could be doing much better.
The point was made in Mark Urban's piece that essentially countries are run on 4 to 5 year democracies. This is a concert of democracies, and economics has to be run on long-term policy. I mean, could it be any other way?
I think it's a very good point, and in the United States, it's even worse. We have 2-year national election cycles, and we don't even have 1 day off from campaigning these days. We're in full presidential swing, well over a year to go. So there's no governing. It's only campaigning. This is being driven by very short-term and very powerful vested interests, not by what's good for the long term of the U.S. economy or the long term of the European economy or the world economy. And more, governments are at the mercy of small coalition partners and multi-party coalitions. There is not a rationality from the economic point of view. There may be a logic of what's happening politically, but the sum total of all of this is far greater risk than anybody wants or anybody should have.
Jeffery Sachs, thank you very much. Thank you.